So, welcome to both of you. Thank you very much for joining us. To start us off, Christy, what's one way that TikTok has changed how you approach creativity in your business?
For me, TikTok changed my perspective of USP from unique selling point to unique story point, where people initially focused only on the product quality, but now they are falling in love with the story behind the product. So I feel like now I'm not only a designer, but also a storyteller. Not only designing clothes, but also crafting stories people can experience through what they see and what they hear.
TikTok changed how I run my business. Through TikTok, I realized that staying relevant in this digital economy is very important. So that, I'm shifting from the conventional business, and I really focus on digital marketing. So we currently like fully online business. So TikTok changed a lot.
I think it's because of the algorithm. It just reads people's interests, demography, and the video becomes very targeted to the audience, to the one who really need it, without you spending any budgets on ads. And so today, like over 90% of our sales conversions come from TikTok.
That's amazing, and also important to reinforce to my earlier point, right? This is really about, in this case, people who are interested in fashion, who are organically being driven towards Christy's content, right? That's not because she is advertising anywhere or marketing. It's because the shared interest between her and her fans and her users comes together on TikTok in a way that is meaningful. And for the Indonesian market, it shifts the culture of how this fashion is perceived, and then in turn, we see a true transformation of the commerce opportunity. So I think that's the sweet spot as we consider how this evolves. How about you, Kenneth? Is there a specific campaign that you launched that was particularly impactful?
Yeah, since myself, I'm not a content creator, but I know that content is a very important thing towards my business. So during like TikTok payday campaign and double date, it's really boosts our sales by double to triple in a day, you know. So through my affiliates program, that's TikTok have it too, you know. So we focus on more on affiliators. Currently, like we have 16 to 20,000 active affiliates. So they the one that makes the content for my product itself. You know?
I think what's particularly fascinating is we're starting to see a blurring of the lines between content creation and commerce itself, right? So as Kenneth described, he has a community of affiliates who are creating content that is related to his business. And it doesn't look or feel like an advertisement. It looks and feels like TikTok content that aligns with interest, right? In this case, specifically about single origin Indonesian coffee, right? So it feels very much like it's part of this coffee community. And in turn, that drives significant commerce for both of these incredible creators. I think that's amazing. Tell us, what do you think about a creator and business collaboration? Like, is there a secret? What makes it actually work on TikTok?
Maybe for me as a creator, I want the freedom to create content that feels authentic to my audience, like not too scripted. And as a business owner, I would like to work with creators who are the real users of the product, who genuinely believe or understand the quality of the product. So I think creators brings trust and business brings value. And the best collaborations happens when both sides trust each other's expertise.
The collaboration, it works because I have a massive community, you know. So I really have a personal team that looking for other content creators that willing to collab with us. So every niche content that our affiliate do, we really do appreciate it. We throw away all the script. We just want make a honest review from my product itself, you know.
I think it's important to note that for the Indonesian market, my understanding is 97% of all of the commerce that happens is either micro, small, or medium-sized businesses. And so at that scale, in an enormous country, again, it goes back to that idea of discovery, driving creativity, driving discovery, right? Building that community, and then connecting that community to commerce opportunities. 97%. It's very different from running a car commercial on TV. If you had one piece of advice for a creator or for an SMB who maybe is in this room about how to be successful on TikTok, what should their first move be, the first 30 days of their plan?
In the first 30 days, they do need to stop looking perfect and do more research, because they have to know their own niche first. In full 30 days, you need to do your own research. What kind of niche and market you want to reach. Just don't post random things, guessing in the dark. So yeah, I think that's the most important thing in 30 days.
I agree with Kenneth. Like for the first 30 days, first you have to really research and explore what kind of content you want to make, and benchmarking. Like find 2 to 3 creators as your benchmark and do modeling, posting contents just like them, but you can try to modify, keep experimenting with like the duration, songs, and different types of clickbaits, the hook, until you really find your niche, until you find your audience. And the most important of all, don't stop, because in my experience, it was my 45th video that hit the For You page.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think part of what's fascinating here is that both of you are talking about the creation of content that looks and feels very authentic to your brand. It doesn't feel like like a car commercial, and yet both of you are so analytical about what works and what doesn't work, and persistent. And so I think it is that balance that's truly unique on TikTok. When we met, we talked a little bit about your success outside of Indonesia. Can you tell us, Christy, how is your business doing? Obviously, you're one of Indonesia's top creators, so you're doing quite well in your home country. What about other markets? Is TikTok helping you to expand internationally?
Yeah, it's not only like converting sales from TikTok organically, but it expanded our customer base. So not only from Indonesia, now I'm getting clients from the US, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, and more countries.
Incredible. How about you, Kenneth? How's your business doing?
Yeah, through our affiliate content itself, the algorithm itself, it go across Singapore, Malaysia, even in Japan, and mostly Southeast Asia. Tourists always ask our, salesperson girl about our coffee. They showing the picture or content from the creator, to show my product at the store. Yeah.
In some ways, you're driving tourism to Indonesia as a market, right? Your content is being discovered outside of Indonesia. People are coming to Indonesia to do gown fittings, or coming to Indonesia to drink your coffee. I think that's incredible.